said that you've had a role in the dugout in addition to your role on the field of just kind of keeping the guys going during a game, or just using your leadership, your experiences. How would you describe how you have kind of gone about that?
Yeah, I think just helping a lot of the younger guys understand that it's a privilege to play here, especially for a coach like Chip. Very laid back, kind of lets us run the team and what he wants the culture to look like, which is awesome. But just allowing guys to realize that it's a privilege, and this is something that we should not take for granted, and just trying to enjoy it every day.
Chip is your, Kevin is your third pitching coach here, right? That you've had?
Yes.
You had Yeski and then Long. Okay. Mm-hmm. What has he done that is different for you, and to try to bring something out of you in this last year?
Yeah, I think all three of them have really good aspects to how they approach the game, but he's very analytical, which has helped a lot of us just kind of figure out how to use our arsenal specifically for us and how to attack hitters with that.
What has changed the most for you as far as your approach?
Understanding how my 4-seam moves. I'm a guy that uses that up in the zone, and I get a lot of whiffs doing that, and just understanding how to throw my slider off of that and how to set up hitters. So working up in the zone and throwing everything off that.
Is that the main reason that you have more strikeouts per inning this year than you've ever had before, do you think?
I think so. I think it's just helped me, like I said, just use my stuff better, set up hitters better, and then strike out guys more.
With the depth of this pitching staff, how has it been for you both playing a bunch of different roles and seeing the rest of your teammates play so many different roles out of the bullpen?
Yeah, I think it just goes to show how much depth we have in the pen, in the rotation. I mean, we have guys, I feel like, who aren't even throwing this year that would be in the weekend rotation at any other school. So it's pretty cool to see that, and we can pretty much put any guy in any role, and he's just going to thrive.
When you look going into these midweek type of games, ask Chip about this. Does that kind of help you as you guys move towards Pac-12s, move toward NCAA regionals, knowing that there will be a game 4 at some point where you're going to have a lot of guys play a lot of different roles?
Yeah, I think all games count as the same. I mean, you look back to last year when we beat UC Irvine. We weren't expecting that to help our RPI so much, but looking back in that, in hindsight, everything matters so much, and you got to play each game like it's a World Series.
When you look at this rotation 1 to 3, with Jackson and Clark and Cam, how have you evaluated what they've been able to do to lead this team?
I think it's really cool to see guys go so deep into games, and when they're handing it off to us in the bullpen, we usually have a lead, and hitters aren't very happy with how they've done so far. So that's always a good feeling when Chip hands us the ball. So very happy about that.
How would you define your role right now?
I think it's interesting. I think at our level, everybody tries to have a specific role, but at the end of the day, like you might need to close a game in the 7th inning when it's the heart of their lineup. So we don't really look at roles specifically, but it's just like every inning is the 9th, and we got to get everybody out.
Well, a lot of times when they're pulling the starters, it's 6th inning. They give you the quality 6 and then straight to the bullpen. Even when they're not struggling at all. How much confidence does that give you guys as a pen, knowing that, okay, Clark may not be out of gas, but they're handing you the ball anyway because they know you're going to shut it down?
Yeah, it gives me a bunch, just realizing that they trust me with that specific situation, and I think a lot of the guys can say the same. But like I said, it's just really nice going into the game knowing we have a good, strong lead, and they've thrown really well for, like you said, 6-7 innings.
How would you assess the bullpen's performance lately? I mean, there's the sort of the flip side of all these walk-offs is you're kind of setting up the walk-off, right, by not holding a lead or whatever as a group. How would you kind of assess how the guys have done?
Yeah, I think some people from the outside see it as a negative thing, like we can't finish games, but when you realize that different teams play in different ways, like Washington State was a team that was going to sell out just to put the ball in play. So it's going to be harder to strike more hitters out that way. So our goal is to just get them out in the field. And they're not going to get a bunch of extra base hits like I believe on Sunday. They had 1 and with 12 singles. So when you understand that, like they're just trying to put the ball in play, we're not going to strike a bunch of guys out, but we're trying to get hitters out and understand what their approach is going to be for that game, for that weekend.
So when they do that, it can fall sometimes.
Yes, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
To that end, I mean, I know your philosophy as a pitching staff has been 0-2, 1-2, or die trying.
Yep.
When you get hitters in those counts, you know, how confident are you guys to, you know, get those ground balls or get something, you know, on singles type hitters, get something hit to a fielder or get something hit directly at a guy?
Yeah, I think we think very highly of ourselves in those situations because we understand how our stuff moves, and we have a lot of confidence in being able to put guys away now that we know how our stuff works and throw in a pitch based on the prior one. So
what went into your decision to come back for another year?
I just love playing the game, and I think God wanted me to be here ultimately to help lead the team and be an example. As one of the older guys, I didn't really have that my freshman year, so I feel like he really put that on me to help lead some of the younger guys, and I think we got a really good thing going. And just understanding that, yeah, we can not only win a lot of games, but we can do something like host a regional, host a super regional, and go to Omaha and actually win it. So we have some pretty lofty goals, but I think you have to when you're aiming that high.
How have you tried to help Devin through this season with what she's had to face injury-wise?
Yeah, I think just helping her understand that injuries are just a part of our sport, and she's been blessed enough to play healthy so far. And she's also a leader on her team, so understanding that she has a role right now through that, and I think it's really helped her have peace of mind and be able to come back next year a lot stronger.
You have a chance to become the all-time leader in appearances here. Is that something that you think about, or that means anything? Would mean anything to you?
Didn't even know about it.
You're tied for 4th right now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Gleese brought it up to me recently, and I had no idea. But I'm honored and very blessed to even be in that situation.
In order for that to happen, you guys would probably have to go on a pretty deep postseason run. So there's a connection between the two. There's a cause and effect there that could be, you know, favorable.
Yeah,
for
sure.
the team and for you.
And whether that happens or not, like, all glory to God for even just putting me in this situation to be a part of a team like this. So just very thankful.
All right. Thank you.